Trevenant is now in Pokemon Go. Part of the 2021 Halloween event, Part 2, Phantump is now added to the game, and if you get 200 Phantump candies, or if you trade with a friend, you can evolve into Trevenant. And of course, people want to know, is Trevenant good in PvP in Pokemon Go? And the answer is yes, it is very good. It is quite good. So in this video, I'm going to let you guys know just how good Trevenant is in both Great League and Ultra League PvP, and what sets it apart from other ghost type Pokemon in the meta. Starting out with the basics here, Trevenant is a ghost grass type Pokemon with very okay bulk. It's not super tanky, but it's not fragile either. It's a solid Pokemon. When it comes to the moveset department, it has Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball, and Seed Bomb, which is basically the trifecta for making a ghost type Pokemon really good in Pokemon Go. You got Shadow Claw, you got the big nuke Shadow Ball, and you got a good bait move. Something most ghost type Pokemon wish they had, especially that Cofagrigus there. One of Cofagrigus' defining features is that it lacks that bait move. Trevenant's got it. And when it comes to the grass subtyping, it is kind of a boon and a bane. You do take on weaknesses to like flying and fire type attacks, ice type attacks hit you for super effective. But thanks to the ghost subtyping, you do have a neutral hit to you from poison and bug type attacks. So it's not all that bad being grass type for the Trevenant. And when it comes to being grass type combined with the Seed Bomb, Trevenant actually has a lot of dominance over water and ground type Pokemon. When it comes to the Great League specifically, according to pvpoke.com, it is number 2 in its rankings, and I'm really not surprised at all because Trevenant is just that good of a Pokemon. I mean, a couple months ago, we were all excited about Shadow Claw Cofagrigus there, the Pokemon without a bait move, and it being pretty okay in Great League PvP. Well, this is what happens when something like Cofagrigus gets a bait move. It becomes insane. When it comes to Trevenant compared to Cofagrigus in Great League PvP, in even shield situations, they for the most part have the same wins. Trevenant is going to do a little bit worse against ice and flying type attackers and fire type attackers. Cofagrigus is going to choke up in situations where it doesn't have a bait move. What I think is even more telling though for Trevenant's dominance over other Pokemon, namely Cofagrigus here, is all the stuff that it can dominate when at a shield disadvantage. Compared to other ghost type Pokemon, here's a list of Pokemon that Trevenant can take on when it's down a shield. Some interesting highlights on here include the Mud Boys, of course. If they're not able to reach their effective charge moves against Trevenant, or in Swampert's case, if they don't have a effective charge move, period, against Trevenant, well then they're going to be tasting that Seed Bomb, and they're going to get taken out really quickly there. And then we also have Vigoroth. Vigoroth is an interesting Pokemon. Usually it can overcome a lot of ghost type Pokemon when at a shield advantage because it's like hoping it can land those bulldozes and you know, flip that fight around. Trevenant resists that ground type attack. So yeah, Vigoroth is just completely lost, completely hopeless when it comes to Trevenant here. And then we also have a better matchup against the Registeel because we do have that better bait move going on. With Victory Bell, we're resisting the Razor Leaves depending on the attack weight of the Victory Bell, so that matchup's a little bit dicey. And last but not least, we have Azumarill. When it comes to Ice Beam variants of Azumarill, it is going to have to be the 1-2 shield situation because those Ice Beams do hurt quite a bit. And then also when it comes to Azumarill, Azumarill could have a bubble break point on Trevenant, which you could also avoid by having a more defensively weighted Trevenant. More information on that in the future Trevenant PvP IV deep dive. If you want to check out that deep dive, make sure to subscribe to SwagTips and hit the bell. It should be up by Sunday. At any rate, dominance over Azumarill. So this is a pretty hefty list of Pokemon that Trevenant does really well against. It also dominates all the stuff that other ghost type Pokemon dominate as well. It's just good. If this doesn't convince you that Trevenant is number 2 worthy on PvPoke, then yeah, Trevenant number 2 on PvPoke. So how are things looking for Trevenant in the Ultra League? Well, if you remember from my Cofagrigus video, Cofagrigus was a really standout option in Ultra League PvP. It was basically like the new dad of Ultra League PvP in a way. And Trevenant is better than Cofagrigus. So yeah, how's Trevenant looking in Ultra League PvP? It's number 2. It's second only to Registeel on PvPoke.com, and that's not a coincidence. It really is that powerful of a Pokemon. It's Cofagrigus with a bait move. Basically the same situation in Great League PvP compared to Cofagrigus there. It's getting, for the most part, the same exact wins that Cofagrigus is getting in an even situation. And then when at a shield disadvantage, it has more gains to be had by, resisting water type attacks and having a better bait move and having grass type attacks. Swampert is still one of the better options in Ultra League PvP. And Cofagrigus just shows up and says no. Venusaur, the anti-Swampert type Pokemon. Well, now we got a Pokemon that's anti that and beats Swampert. So yeah, no, overall Trevenant, super powerful Pokemon. Now you will notice that there is that XL distinction on the PvPoke rating there. Trevenant is an XL Pokemon. You can XL it. I think it XLs at like level 43.5. So compared to Cofagrigus, level 50, that's a pretty cost-effective option there. And you don't even have to go for XL Candy with Trevenant as well. That is another aspect of the PvP IV deep dive I'm working on. Right now, I will say that there are some things that big XL Trevenant can do that non-XL Trevenant can't do. But there are some interesting attack breakpoints that big XL Trevenant can't reach that level 40 Trevenant can reach as well. And beyond the breakpoints, there is one interesting advantage that non-XL Trevenant has over XL Trevenant, and that is that you can use it in the Classic Cups for the Ultra League. Here is Trevenant's ranking in the Premier Ultra League Classic Cup, whatever Pokemon Go's calling it. It's number 1. It is the best Pokemon there, and I believe there will be more Classic Cups to come, the non-XL Cups for Ultra League PvP, and wherever those happen, Trevenant is very likely going to be dominating in them, because it's like almost one of the best Pokemon in the Open Ultra League to begin with, at level 43.5. Drop that down a little bit, it really isn't hurting Trevenant's stats that much at all. In fact, there are some interesting breakpoints it can hit by dropping its bulk down to level 40. So, yeah, Trevenant, just this Swiss Army knife Pokemon, super good all over the Ultra League. Need I say more? At any rate, that's all I gotta say on Trevenant. If this video didn't convince you that Trevenant is the hottest thing in Pokemon Go right now, a Pokemon you absolutely want to have, I don't know what will. But it is boosted in spawns right now until the end of October, so if there ever is a time to run outside like a crazy person and catch a whole bunch of Phantumps to get the best Trevenant, now is that time. And if you need help deciding on which IV spread for your Trevenant, I will have that PvP IV deep dive up later this weekend, so make sure to subscribe for that. And if you got any questions on this content, of course, comment below, let me know what's up, and I'll be happy to help you out. And yeah, I did my outro backwards again. Subscribe. Do that, please. SwagTips. I'd also like to give a special shout out to these Patreon supporters. If you want to support Swagman on Patreon, link in the description. And just because you guys are probably wondering how good is Trevenant in the Halloween Cup, it's this supreme Pokemon in every single way imaginable. Obviously the Halloween Cup must be good for it. And Halloween Cup, probably not the most comfortable place for Trevenant right now. A lot of poison, a lot of darks that dunk on Trevenant. It's not Trevenant's home, but Open Great League.